Two potatoes that are exactly the same. One goes into the air fryer, the other into the oven. Most people would bet with their eyes closed that the air fryer wins by a mile. Now hold on a second. What I saw when the timer stopped flipped the whole thing on its head. Right now, there's one question running through your head. How much faster is an air fryer than an oven, really? The simple answer is this. With a small amount of food, an air fryer usually finishes a lot faster than an oven because the hot air inside spins almost twice as hard. But this is where the uncomfortable part starts. Because that same air fryer suddenly seems to give up when it faces a whole potato. Why? That's the real mystery today. I'm leaving 4 questions open in this video. 1. What actually makes an air fryer fast? 2. Why some recipes list the exact same time for the air fryer and the oven. 3. Why fries are done in the blink of an eye, but a whole potato just stubbornly sits there. 4. Is this machine even worth buying, or is it just wasting space on your counter? I'll open up every one of them, one by one, but not right now. If you've ever looked at an air fryer recipe and frowned, thinking, wait, this is the same time as the oven, then this video is made for you. You're the person who gets home from work and wants to whip up something quick for 2 people. You don't want to fire up the whole oven on a hot day and turn your kitchen into a furnace. And you can't stand wasting money for no reason. You believe the hype, but you also have a little doubt. That doubt is going to pay off today. But there's a twist here. This little box in your kitchen isn't cheating you as much as you think. And it isn't as trustworthy as you think either. Why? Let's get inside the machine first. Now let me tell you the real deal. An air fryer is really just a small oven with a powerful fan sitting on top. Scientists call this trick convection, which means forcing hot air onto the food. To put it simply, picture a whole hurricane trapped inside a lunchbox. One tiny box. Inside, hot air slams against the food from every side at storm speed. Thin stuff, like chicken wings, French fries, and frozen nuggets, turns crispy in the blink of an eye in front of this storm. Now you might be thinking, so the commercials are right. This box cooks everything at lightning speed. That sounds totally reasonable. But this is exactly where the companies play their little trick. They print crispy in 10 minutes in big letters on the package. But nobody tells you the small conditions. Which food, how much, and how it's arranged. Those conditions are the real game, and that's exactly where you're getting fooled. An oven also moves air in convection mode, but slowly. The storm inside an air fryer spins much harder in a much smaller space, almost as fast as a commercial impingement oven. Food scientists call this fast air cooking forced convection heat transfer, and test kitchen measurements show it works far better in a small basket than a regular oven does. A well-known cooking lab like America's Test Kitchen has shown in their tests that an air fryer is really nothing more than a small convection oven. So the layer of cool air around the food gets pushed away right away, and the heat lands directly on the surface. So is that the whole story? The harder the storm, the faster the cooking? Nope. This is where it gets twisted. The real reason is actually pretty simple, and a little annoying too. Most of the time, an air fryer feels faster only because of preheating. A big oven can take 10 to 20 minutes to heat up, while an air fryer is ready in 3 to 5 minutes. That means you start cooking sooner and skip that long wait. For a small amount of food, that head start is the real win. One side-by-side test showed that the same frozen fries took 25 minutes in the oven, but only 15 minutes in the air fryer, almost 40% less time. And the whole secret behind getting crispy is actually water. The water on the food's surface has to boil off first, and only then does the surface turn golden brown, what scientists call the Maillard browning. The storm speed air pulls that water away fast, so the browning starts sooner. It sounds perfect, but this perfect picture is about to break. Now remember that hurricane. No matter how loud the storm roars in front of a solid rock, it can't get inside. A whole baked potato is exactly that rock. The inside is dense and full of water, so the storm just screams along the outer surface, and the inside cooks slowly, just like it would in an oven. Here, that huge speed advantage of the air fryer almost disappears. Think about it. The outer skin is dark brown, almost burnt. Yet the moment you press a fork in, the inside is hard and raw. That one bite breaks the whole hype apart. And it gets even worse when you cram the basket full. Picture dumping a whole bag of frozen tater tots from Costco in all at once. The air can't reach everywhere anymore. The temperature inside drops, and the water from the food has nowhere to escape. The result, instead of getting crispy, the food steams and goes soggy. Add one more piece, take away a little more room, and the storm gets even weaker. So here's what it comes down to. The speed isn't really the machine's own quality. Then whose quality is it? The answer is coming, but there's a turn before that. So the decision is made, grab your bag, go, and buy an air fryer, right? No, not so fast. Because this is where the real turn happens, and this part is just for you. The oven still wins in a lot of places. A full tray of food for the whole family. A whole Thanksgiving turkey, a lot at once. For all of that, the oven's big space is the real weapon. And real deep frying still beats both of them, because hot oil delivers heat almost 4 times faster. Though the price for that is the food soaking up as much as 40% oil. So the air fryer is no magic box. It's a machine whose strength is narrow but real. And here's the real discomfort. Is the fault the machine's or ours? The people who buy into the hype without checking? It's hard to say. Now the whole picture comes together. That hurricane trapped in a lunchbox is the king of thin food, but helpless against a dense rock. Speed isn't really the machine's quality. It's a game of the food's shape, its density, and the room for air to move inside. Fries win. Big, dense potatoes don't. That's why the line in the title is true. The air fryer is fast, until the moment it isn't anymore. Honestly, I can't say for sure this holds exactly the same on every brand and every model. The small basket models behave a little differently. So if you think this is all simple, no, it's not simple, just different. Now you know a rule that most people don't. Small amounts, thinner cut-up food, want it crispy and fast, reach for the air fryer. Big quantities, dense or wet food, cooking for the whole family, reach for the oven. 2 people and a hot night, and the air fryer wins easily. You can put this one rule to use tonight. And think about how many nights this one wrong idea has ruined for you. Pulling a half-cooked potato out of a hot air fryer, then frustrated, shoving it back into the oven. From now on, that mistake won't happen again. Now it's your turn. Which food does your air fryer nail perfectly every single time? And which one does it ruin every single time? Drop it in the comments below. And here's the real debate. If you only had room for one thing on your counter, would you keep the air fryer or the oven, and why? Split into 2 camps, and let's see whose argument wins.